Air defense forces on duty intercepted 105 Ukrainian drones overnight over the different regions of the Russian Federation. Let's go through some details. And this topic of drone attacks last 24 to 48 hours definitely is one of the topics that is discussed in the media and in the public, because it seems like Kyiv regime is, with the assistance of NATO countries, are launching these waves of drones without a stop. But anyways, let's go through details here. Russian air defense systems on duty shut down more than 100 Ukrainian drones over Russian regions at night, the defense ministry reported. We have a quote from a statement on May 22nd from 12 at night up to 5:30 in the morning Moscow time. Air defense systems intercepted 105 Ukrainian aircraft type unmanned aerial vehicles. This is a long-range drones whenever it says aircraft type. And we have more details. 35 drones were intercepted over the Moscow region that was directed to strike Moscow. And this is happening just in that 5.5 hours at night in that period. 14 drones also were intercepted over the Oryol region, 12 drones over the Kursk region, 11 over the Belgorod region, 10 over the Tula, 9 over Kaluga, 7 over Voronezh, 3 over Lipetsk. Also 3 drones over the Smolensk region, 1 drone over the Bryansk region. So relatively large-scale attempt of Kyiv regime to strike deep into Russian territory and also Russian capital that took place at night and the early hours of this morning. But this is not all. As I said, dear friends, last 24 to 48 hours, Kyiv regime, with the assistance of NATO, is launching these drones without stop, seems like. And yesterday, all day media outlets were reporting about interceptions of the Ukrainian drones while they were approaching Moscow. And at evening time, we had information that air defense forces intercepted 18 drones in Moscow region, and some of the drones were intercepted actually in the territory of Moscow, according to reports that I see on Telegram channels. And this is not all. This morning, just about half an hour ago, RIA Novosti reported that air defense systems shut down another 2 drones of Kyiv regime that was flying towards Moscow. On some Telegram channels, I read news that airports around Moscow, at least some of the airports, introduce emergency measures, doing this air alert, because air defense systems were working to neutralize drones that were launched by Kyiv regime. So a significant activization, one may say, when it comes to drone attacks on Russia, especially on the capital of the Russian Federation. Probably you all noticed that there was some sort of a pause for a number of months earlier, when there was a very few attempts, even on the part of Kyiv regime, to strike Russian capital. But last 48 hours, things clearly change, and more drones are directed towards Moscow. Obviously, Russian Defense Ministry will react on this, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Russia will, as a retaliatory measure, if Russia will also start launching hundreds of drones on daily basis without stop, and to overwhelm Kyiv regime's air defense systems and to basically take out whatever military targets they find fit. But this is a big deal, obviously, and public and media is talking about. There is a lot of videos on internet about interceptions of these drones. And also, dear friends, let me share with you this information that I shared yesterday evening during the evening update also, because I think this is a big deal, that advanced units of the 19th Guard Tank Division of the Central Group of Forces of the Russian Armed Forces have reached the border of the Dnipropetrovsk region. To be more precise, Russian troops actually crossed their border with Dnipropetrovsk region. And let me show you on the map this area where Russian troops entered Dnipropetrovsk region. This is the part of border with Dnipropetrovsk that Russian troops made this photo, or this one. that you see on your screen. And I guess Russian armed forces are already beginning to create a ground for assault on Kiev regime's forces in Nikolaevka settlement, which is located basically right next to this part of the border. Same time, Russian troops advancing towards a border with Dnipropetrovsk region on other sectors also. And for example, today we receive information that Russian armed forces entered their Novo-Nikolaevka settlement, which is located, as you can see, dear friends, right on the border with the Dnipropetrovsk region, and clearing operation is underway. I guess tomorrow, possibly, or day after, Russian Defense Ministry will report about liberation of this settlement. Also, in general, Russian troops definitely become significantly active on the Pokrovsk-Mirnograd agglomeration area lately, especially on the southern western flanks, and soon, I guess, in many other sectors, Russian troops will be right on the border with Dnipropetrovsk, or even inside the region itself. Significant developments, I think. And while map is open, dear friends, let me also give you an update on developments on other sectors. More reports are coming in about progress of the Russian armed forces on the northern eastern flank of Pokrovsk-Mirnograd agglomeration, and slowly but surely Russian troops are neutralizing strongholds of the Kiev regime in this area. Also, Russian troops are advancing. Also, maybe they're taking time, but Russian troops are advancing in the Chisovyar area. And this morning, I read on one of the media outlets information that as a result of battles in and around Chisovyar, Kiev regime's forces left on a battlefield more than 800 their comrades. They did not even try to evacuate bodies of their killed military personnel. This type of information explains how come that whenever there is exchange of the bodies of their killed military personnel between Russian and their militaries and Kiev regime's forces, numbers are always drastically different. Russia is transferring to Kiev regime side 800-900 bodies, and Ukrainian side transfers to Russian side 40-50 bodies. This data also can be seen as an indicator of casualty rate on both side. And reports are coming in that Russian troops establish control over the central parts of Chisovyar, although battles in this area still continues, of course, and Kiev regime is sending whatever troops they have in this area to somehow maintain their presence in at least on the outskirts of Chisovyar, because this city obviously has significant importance because it does opens the way towards Kramatorsk-Slavyansk agglomeration. This direction can be used as one of the ways Russian troops will advance towards these two major cities in Dnipropetrovsk, in Donetsk People's Republic. Soon, I guess Dnipropetrovsk People's Republic will be also created. So, yeah. When it comes to Kharkov region, dear friends, lately Russian troops, start become more active in Volchansk area. Quite a long time since we last time hear anything about Volchansk. There was always a positional fight between their sides, but last several days reports are coming in that Russian troops are advancing on the northern side of Volchansk, and maybe we are about to witness a sectoral scale offensive in this area. It is a clearly possibility. And when it comes to Sumy region, you already know, dear friends, I reported quite a few days ago and many other channels that Russian troops continue to create buffer zone in the Sumy region. And for example, Loknya settlement, which was part of a main supply and support line of Kiev regime's forces while they were occupying some parts of borderline area in Kursk region. This settlement, Loknya, is liberated, and Russian troops are advancing towards Yunakovka settlement, which is also at this point has a critical importance. And I guess it will take no more than a couple of weeks, and Yunakoko will be under Russian control. And I will remind you, while talking about Sumy region, that a couple of days ago, Kiev regime announced evacuation from 202 settlements in this very region, Sumy. Okay, that's been said. Let's continue with some more news. And the TASS news agency just a couple of minutes ago reported that Russian armed forces strike Patriot air defense missile system position in the Dnipropetrovsk region. No details, at least for now, being provided. But well, Iskander M is we all know that this missile system is extremely effective one, and I guess either entire Patriot battery was destroyed, or most likely suffered a significant damage that system is no longer operational. Definitely good success, important success of Russian missile forces. And if Kiev regime already was struggling with their air defense, then losing Patriot, it's a big loss on part of Kiev regime, obviously. Dear friends, I hope you like my work and want to help preserve this independent media project. And if so, let me go through several means that can be used for assistance. First is a PayPal platform. Once you click on PayPal link under my videos in description box and in the pinned comment, this account will open, which belongs to my wife, Anna Philipson Caballero. So feel free to donate through this account. Second way is a Boosty platform, where you can send a tip or donate, which is basically the same. And also you can become a Patreon for the project. You can subscribe to my page while choosing your level of support. Third way is a Patreon platform, where I already have 370 extra content videos. You can also choose your level of monthly support from $5 to 10, 20, 50, 100 and become a Patreon, or you can use another feature that Patreon has, which is access to each videos for a certain amount of money. Now this is $3, so you can access to any video for $3. Relatively new feature that Patreon adopted, and it might be helpful also if for whatever reason you don't want to become a monthly supporter. And there is another way, which is a Rumble platform, dear friends. Whenever I have a pre-planned live stream or live stream is on air, you can become a premium subscriber. You can give premium subscription to other members of the community, or you can use a rant feature that Rumble has, which is basically similar to Super Chat on YouTube. All the links, dear friends, all the links to all these platforms that I just show you are under my videos in the description box and in the pinned comments, including address to crypto wallet. I hope this video will be useful in case you are considering support for my work and this media project. Many thanks to all the members of our community who already supported. Have a wonderful day and take care.